Welcome to DIY Saturday with me, your host, Shundara. Hey, all you savvy naturalistas and Ohana. Welcome to another episode of DIY Saturday. But hold up, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can join our awesome Ohana, our awesome family. Make sure you're following me on all my social media sites, you guys. Make sure you thumbs up this video. And today, in this episode of DIY Saturday, I realized that most of the country is pretty freezing cold and below 14 degrees. So with that being said, flu season is officially here, so I decided to make these Vicks VapoRub Bath Bombs. Now I really want to give you some tips and important things I think you should know about these bath bombs. First of all, you really don't need the bath bomb mold. When I initially made these bath bombs, the mold, I did need the mold, but then I made it for DIY Saturday and I didn't need the mold. So I did use the mold in this episode of DIY Saturday, but you guys really can ball them up yourself. You can scoop them out and literally you will not need a mold for it. It is so easy to make. It is very doughy. This mixture is really doughy, you guys. I really essentially wouldn't call these bath bombs. I probably would call them like a bath bubble bar if you really want to be technical, but it's perfect for the bath with the cold season coming. This really will relieve your body, really relieve your aches and pains. I also want to make another pointer because I know I probably get a lot of controversy for this video, but I've said in all my DIY Saturdays, literally I have a playlist of every DIY Saturday I've done, and we're on season 2 of DIY Saturday, episode 52. So we're about 100 DIY Saturdays in. This is a series, you guys. I literally take this show serious. So with that being said, I have said in all of them that I'm a mixture between allopathic and homeopathic. I believe you can combine the two. Sometimes you may need modern and Western medicine, and sometimes there's no need for it. When you have a common cold, you can use echinacea and tinctures for stuff like that. With that being said, please do not, if you're a naturalist and you're all about naturalness, please understand that some people are not about that. I'm a mixture of both. I don't think you should do it 24/7, because when you break a bone and you're a naturalist, you're running to the hospital. You're not using herbs and trees to fix a bone. So with that being said, as a person who believes in a mixture of both, I feel like this. I feel like it's okay to use store-bought medicines, store-bought stuff like Vicks VapoRub. I am not using a version of Vicks. I'm using the cheap version, and it's okay, you guys. So I really hope you enjoy this Vicks VapoRub Bath Bomb. I really hope it soothes you. It gets rid of all those aches and pains, especially for those in your family who are sick. So thanks so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode of DIY Saturday. So let's go. So like I said in the beginning, I know this video is going to be a bit controversial, but it's okay. I am prepared for it. Before we start, I want to let you guys know you can find Miracle Glow Oil at savvynaturalista.com. Miracle Glow Oil has 24 karat all natural real gold in it, so I would love for you to try it, as well as our new hyaluronic acid serum, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com, as well as other goodies we have on the shop. So you guys, let's get started. So you want to start by using gloves for this, because this recipe is going to be potent, because we are using a mixture of camphor, menthol, and what is the other ingredient that comes in the Vicks? Eucalyptus oil. If you are pregnant, be careful with this. I am pregnant now, but if you know, my doctor has been really laid back with me since I've been pregnant. I must really took care of my body before I got pregnant, you guys. That's all I have to say. I must have really did, because my doctor is really lenient about things I do. Like, she calls me vain though, because I'm like, oh well, I really don't want to get too big, you know, I really want to be small. You guys, so she's really lenient with me. So what you want to do is you want to start off with a cup and 3/4 cup of baking soda. So we're gonna do a cup. So we're going to use 3/4 cup of citric acid for this recipe. So I am using a 1/4 cup, if I didn't mention when I was putting the baking soda in, because you guys are probably like, well, why are you doing 3/4 cup of citric acid with that little thing? Is because I am using a 1/4 cup and I'm doing it 3 times, which is 3/4 cup, like I did for the baking soda, which was a 1/2 cup. This is a 1/4 cup I'm using, you guys. Bear with me, I'm really trying to get utensils. I've just been lazy about it, but hey, y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I roll. So now we're going to, before I start mixing and working on the cups, now you want to add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. You can use any cornstarch you like. You can use whatever you have. Ooh. So we're going to do a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and we're just going to mix this all together, and you just pretty much essentially want to mix it until it's combined. I am just using a normal spoon that I use for all my DIYs. So yeah, but if you have a big white spoon, you know guys, I normally use a big white spoon for DIY Saturday, but I have no clue where my white spoon is. I've been looking for it, and when I prepare for the show, I run around in circles looking for stuff. So we're going to mix this up. So now that we have this ready, we're going to start adding our oils and our dry ingredients. And like I said, we are using Vicks VapoRub. However, y'all know I'm cheap, so we're going to use a generic version of Vicks. I got this at Winco, and it's a medicated chest rub. And what I enjoy about this stuff is you can literally put it on your whole entire body, and it just does wonders. So what we're going to do is take our handy dandy bottom of our spoon, and we're going to literally cup it into our 1/4 cup. So you want to set this aside, and you want to put it in your 1/4 cup. Now you can melt this stuff. I suggest if you are trying to do this in a quick hurry, you can melt it. But since I'm not really in a quick hurry, I'm not going to melt it at all. I'm just gonna rub it in with my hands, like dig it in. And the reason why I'm not melting this as well, you guys, is because like I said, I am pregnant. And when you melt this in the microwave, I made this recipe so many times before in the past. When you melt it in the microwave, the scents tend to come into the air. And camphor, menthol, and eucalyptus can induce labor. And I don't need to go into labor anytime soon, you guys. So, well, I'm not 36 weeks. So I am trying my best to just keep the baby in. So the thing is, if you do decide to use this, if you are pregnant and you want to make this for whoever in your life, including you, do not melt this in the microwave if you do not want to smell the strong scents. However, if you're not pregnant, then you're okay. So you want to do a 1/4 cup of it. You don't want to do too much of it, just a 1/4 cup, maybe a heaping 1/4 cup. That is too much. So what I'm going to do, actually, probably if I would have melted it would have been less, but I would have used less. But what I think I'm going to do is just keep it up to the top. And so what you could do is scrape off your spoon. You do not necessarily have to. You can use a butter knife. You can scoop it out with whatever you like, you guys. I'm just using a spoon for it at the moment. And so what you want to do is dump it into your pail. If it doesn't come out right away, what you can do is just scoop it out with your spoon, like so. Bam! Look at that. And put it in. Now this is like, when I used to make these last year, so bomb in the tub, so bomb. If you have aches, if you have colds, make you this little bath bomb mixture. That's all we gotta say. So now what we're gonna do is use a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I am using coconut oil. However, you can use sunflower oil, vegetable oil, any oil you like would be perfect for this DIY. So we're just gonna use a 1/4 cup of oil, and we're gonna add it. Now after we add our oil, we are using polysorbate 80, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of polysorbate 80. Now this is an optional ingredient. I'm going to leave a link down below where you could get polysorbate 80. For all the people who don't know, this is the same, a natural ingredient compared to SLSA. Sometimes a lot of you have not been feeling SLSA, so you've been asking me to use something different that's less potent for you for your DIYs. Polysorbate 80 is that, and we're using a 1/4 cup of it, you guys. So just a 1/4 cup of Polysorbate 80, and I'm gonna leave a link down below of where you could get it. Now this mixture may or may not be a bit for you, so if it's not and you decide to use all natural oils, go ahead. But you guys know, like I said in the beginning, I'm a mixture between allopathic and homeopathic. Okay, so now we're going to use Miracle Glow oil, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com. Miracle Glow oil contains all natural 24 karat gold in it with nice oils that we use for this beautiful oil. So make sure you go check out savvynaturalista.com if you would like skincare products for you and your family. So what we're going to do is add about 30 drops of our Miracle Glow oil. Well, I'm probably going to do 40 to make it a little more moisturizing. And all those flakes you see, that's the 24 karat gold that is going to disperse through the bath bomb. And now we're going to use glycerin, because with winter season, cold chest season, most of y'all know that the weather is below 12 or 14 wherever you are. Honey, I'm freezing at 72 degrees, okay? It is cold at 72 and 60 in this house. So I feel sorry for y'all because I've never been below 14 degrees, so I don't know what that feels like. So I'm sorry if you have to deal with it. I know it's cold. So we're gonna add glycerin to this bath bomb. It's the perfect humectant. It adds lots of moisture. So we're gonna add about 10 drops of glycerin. So now that we have this all together, you want to mix it up. I am going to use my hand due to the fact that this big blob of medicated chest rub, aka Vicks, we're gonna have to mix in with it. So you guys, I'm going to mix it in. So once you've pretty much mixed your mixture all together, it's ready to put in your molds. I'm going to leave links down below of where you can, how you can put this in molds. But before we go on, I want to say I did add another 1/4 cup of cornstarch, another 1/4 cup of citric acid, and another 1/4 cup of baking soda to this mixture. So it's all coming up to about 2 cups of baking soda. Well, no, actually 1 cup and 3/4 cup of baking soda. But however, 2 cups of baking soda will probably work. And then I did 1 cup of citric acid, so 1 cup of citric acid and 1/2 cup of cornstarch. And I didn't add any more Miracle Glow oil or any more oils. And the reason why I did it is because this was becoming more, it started to look like a dough. So when I initially did the recipe, I guess it was a little bit drier here because right now it's not as dry. So it works. So I didn't understand why it started to look, so it wasn't looking like, it started to feel like cookie dough. And if your bath bomb mixture starts to feel like cookie dough, you have a problem. So you just want it to be like sand, not sand, like, yeah, like kinetic sand. So you know how kinetic sand, when you put it together, you mold, or like air dry clay. That's how you want your bath bomb mixture to be, sort of, especially for the Vicks bath bombs. So you can literally half your mixture. So you can half it, put this in here, and then you can color it. So you can color both mixtures with like blue and red to create a sort of like, you know, the Vicks logo, you know, Vicks Vapor Bath Bombs and the logo. So you can get you some coloring. So I'm gonna leave a link down below where you can get some micas, and you just mix it into your mixture. Now, if you are fair skin, please don't use a lot of mica so you don't stain your skin in the bathtub. Just be careful. You can even leave it like this, but I like to have it the full color. So yeah. So you want to do like green and blue. And that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add green to this. We're going to put them in the bath bomb molds, and then I'll be back to unmold them and show you guys what they look like. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Okay, so now we're going to unmold them, but I really want to talk about a little bit of tips before we do. So if you do decide to make these as like bath bombs, I suggest you use half spears or a silicone mold. And the reason why is because we did use polysorbate 80, and polysorbate 80 puffs up the mixture. So as you can see, when these were together, they sort of like puffed up. And it like broke apart right here. It like broke apart because they were so puffy, and that's from the that's from the polysorbate 80, you guys. I know you guys were probably curious, well, why she didn't use any toner or water? It's because the mixture was a little doughy because we used Vicks VapoRub, or we used a substitute, and so that's why. So let's take them out. So here's one. So let's take this one out. There we go. See how beautiful it looks. And let's do another one. You got to give it a good tap. Like a good tap like that. Because when they get in the mold, they tend to get stuck. So you want to give them a really, really good tap. But as you can see, look at them. Look how pretty they look. And there you have the Easy Vicks VapoRub Bath Bombs. I will be doing a demo on my vlog channel, so make sure you subscribe to my vlog channel if you would like to see a demo of these babies. You can also follow me on my social media sites at Shundara, and you can add me as a friend on Facebook, or you could just follow Savvy Naturalista, and I'll have a try to get a demo up of the bath bomb as well. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I really hope these help you with your body aches, with the cold weather coming and us getting really sick this year. These will really help you a lot. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you pick up Miracle Glow Oil at SavvyNaturalista.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next episode of DIY Saturday. Bye, you guys.